There are 49 million users looking for a job through LinkedIn in a single week, but only 60,000 of them are hired. So, what does it take for you to be in that top 1%? Hey friends, James here. I'm an advertising account executive currently working for one of the largest tech firms in LA. Today we're talking about a topic that is very close to my heart, which is how do you set up your LinkedIn profile to optimize the chance for you to get a job. This video is meant for a minimalistic one-stop place to let you know what is really important on LinkedIn for recruiters to discover you and have quality professionals willing to connect. So I graduated from USC in 2022 and I'm currently working for an advertising role in tech. And I did apply for my current job on the company's website, but during the recruiting season, I used LinkedIn heavily for almost 90% of my networking, which led me to have more information before my interview and getting referrals by socializing with working professionals. So starting fresh on LinkedIn when you first try to get a job is like transferring into a different school during 11th grade. Everyone in there seems so well put together, have 500 connections, bullet point work experience, and endorsed skills from professionals. And it's for sure nerve-wracking sometimes when you see that, like, oh my gosh, they have so much, how am I able to compete with that? Honestly, it took me so much time trying to get everything ready. At the time, I did stress over a lot of things, trying to get everything right before I reached out. But actually, looking back, a part of those efforts could be directed to what really mattered, which is the connection page. Essentially, there are only three elements that pops to a person who you're trying to connect, which is a profile picture, a LinkedIn headline, and a connection message. So research from Princeton tells us it only takes a tenth of a second doing first impression for a person to decide if you're trustworthy or not. So by optimizing the first touch point will lead people just to accept your connection request on the fly, and this really paves the way for future coffee chats. So step number one is about having a high quality LinkedIn picture that shows some personality and competency. I'm going to use a photo of mine that is smiling directly to the camera and just a simple shirt, no need to be button-up business professional unless I'm recruiting for positions in management consulting or investment banking. And I wanted this piece to be friendly and approachable that distinguish myself from all the profile that is wearing suit out there. Then I'm going to take a two-step process by uploading this photo to Remove.bg to remove any distracting elements in the back. I will upload this photo to Canva to find some background element to customize it. I personally like to use some contrasting colors like blue and orange for a little bit extra flair for my photo to stand out. And I'll put this template link down below in the description. And step number two, write a headline that shows exactly what you offer in value. You can follow the format of identity, related field, and career highlight. So identity is your job title or school affiliations. You could title it on your current positions at your current company as product manager at Google, or if you do not have a job yet, you can title it as your computer scientist at UCLA so people knows your background and what you study in. And related field is what you specialize in. It could be healthcare, robotics, fashion marketing. So basically you want to have a field in your title that speaks to what you're working on or something you have potential interested in. And finally is the career highlight. For this part, you can reference what you have on your resume and just pick one career highlight from your past experience. If you want to know more about how to write a detailed description, you can click into this video called Tell Me About Yourself to learn more. And before this video, I actually wrote up a bunch of headlines for reference using ChatGPT. If you work at Spotify, you could say that I'm a UI designer and working on social media at Spotify, and I improve the user experience and increase feature engagement by 50%. If you work at marketing roles at Meta, you can say that you're a digital marketing specialist, SEO expert at Meta, who drove 300% increased traffic for health and personal care brands in the category. Lastly, for step number three, the connection message. From talking with different recruiters in the industry, I actually noticed that the majority of the users who reach out, meaning that more than 80% of them, would not include a connection message in the invitation request, which would inevitably hurt their conversion rate, of course, and a huge missed opportunity. And among those 20%, half of them will just reiterate their identity and interest, which should be included in the headline. This approach does not add any more value or credibility to another person you're trying to reach, and since the connection page has limited real estate, we would try to want to capitalize it as much as possible. So here's one template that I used back in the day that gave me an overall 28% conversion rate, which is much higher than the 10% benchmark. I will say that this is pretty good considering I did not have any fancy work titles or superstar past experience. So this message was meant for a product manager at Amazon. It says, "Hi Megan, I really enjoyed your recent post about the product updates about Ask Solutions. I've been following you for 3 months now and I'm learning a lot. So for my own curiosity, what would be the next big bet for Amazon in 2022? If you have been watching my video, you know that I'm a big fan of using templates to really scale up the numbers of people I can reach. And I would basically write a good question that allowed me to uniformly extract information from anyone working in the firm and express genuine interest by commenting on the recent posts they shared. I'll proactively target people who have content on their LinkedIn page. The reason being, people who are proactively posting on LinkedIn tend to have a higher conversion rate when you reach out. And I found this combination of complimenting on a specific topic they posted and asking questions did allow me to pass the first barrier of acquaintance a lot. And here's the thing, this message was used in 2022. Back in the day, LinkedIn used to permit 300 characters for connection request message, and now with a reduced limit of 200 characters, you basically need more concise message to fit into that box. So if I were to cut more out in the connection message, I'll basically leave out the final question and have it be something like this in 2024. Hey George, I really enjoyed your recent post about using Gen AI in music. I did not know that AI could be such a big part in music production progress. Thank you for sharing, and would love to stay connected. This message is nice and simple, and the connection request is tailored for people who are currently working for companies in business sectors you will be interested in. It's a good starting point to commenting on the recent post to show that you have done your work to get to know them, and once firms have openings, you can reach out for more time for specific requests such as a referral. That's it for today's episode of 3 essential elements to LinkedIn profile tips. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know by hitting the like and subscribe button for more content like this. You can also leave a comment down below to let me know what's working and not working for you on LinkedIn. I will see you in the next one, and take care.